welcome to the Line Ball League 2 qualifiers. In this series, 7 line ball pool players will go against each other in 1v1 matches. The top 2 will be promoted to next year's Line Ball League 2nd edition. You can follow along here on the Line Ball Pool channel, and if you don't know what line ball is or any of the rules, make sure to watch the School of Line Ball Pool to get up to date and then come back to this video. Now let's hand over to our commentator, Sam Lazarus.
So we've got our second all-over clash here. Darren Charters against Helena Demant. Just a reminder, this is Helena's line ball debut today. She plays in pretty much everything she can in Dover. Loves her pool, and yeah, fancied coming over today to play in this event, try something new. And she's given a good account of herself by all accounts, to be honest. Lost out narrowly to Luke. And she'll be keen to win this all Dover derby. So Darren kicking us off on reds. Stock shot off the side rail for 1-0. Helena's going to play a very similar shot here. Oh, but she's just over hit it. So Darren's just going to take that 2-0 lead and start to ask the question of Helena of what she can do to turn things around. There is a shot here to come thin off the yellow and push one yellow towards each corner pocket. But she doesn't play it, and she needs to watch that yellow doesn't drop. Oh, and literally at the last roll it does. That's very unlucky. So in a flash, Darren gets the win. Okay, so we've got Stu v Brandon. And that does just about reach a rail, so it's 1-0. Maybe that new rule about touching a cushion, maybe that's part of the reason for so many blacks being hit today. Players just having to play the ball that little bit harder, can't just play into open space. So that could be explaining why we're having some quicker frames. Is this going to reach? It looks short, and it is short, so Brandon will get a second go at this one. And he makes the adjustments. That's a good shot. It's going to be very difficult for Brandon to get either of those reds out, though, so mind you, Stu might do the job for him here, very nearly. Brandon short again, but I think that's the way to go. If you're not sure on the weight, play it short and you get a second chance. It's better than over hitting it and hitting the 8 ball exactly like that. So unfortunate there, he just over adjusted too much. And I think that's what this cushion rule can do. It just confuses the players a little bit. So we've got our third and final all Dover clash here. Helena against Stu. Stu's played really well today. Helena's played good as well. She's just got unlucky a couple of times, to be honest. She was really unlucky in the last frame when that yellow dropped in, literally the last roll of the ball. So she's played well enough to win, and she'll be looking to right that wrong here. Just needs to make sure she doesn't hit the 8 ball with this red. And that's well played, good weight. Playing a similar shot. And a good shot. Really good shot to get in behind that red. Makes it really difficult to get that yellow out. And with the black being over there as well, can't take too many risks. This looks a good pace from Helena. Oh, it's a brilliant pace from Helena. And that red is so close to the black. Yeah, another good shot. So cagey one. Any little kisses in this corner of the table now could easily end up knocking that red into the black. Really well played. The easy option here is obviously to go for the opposite side of the table. Both players are playing positive, trying to clog this corner up as much as possible. Great shot from Helena. It's getting trickier because you have to hit a cushion, so you really have to hit into this cluster, and if you just overhit that slightly, then that red could easily plant into the black, like I said. But I've got to say, both players are playing excellently here. And the reason why they're reluctant to play to the opposite side of the table is because then that ball will be in the open and their opponent can just kick it out. The other thing to note here is obviously as this pocket fills up, the space to get in inside the score zone is getting smaller and smaller. And that's just what Stu's pointing out there. There's barely a ball's width here in the line. But that's a very good shot. So one more good one from Helena here and she could at least claim a draw in this frame. And that looks good. So Stu, well, if it was me I'd be playing the opposite side of the table, but we do get our first draw of the day, 7-all. Every shot there was pretty perfectly played and played in such a way there was no real opportunity for their opponent to get the ball out. So the last game of the day here, we've got Darren and Eric. Darren kicking things off on reds. This is a different frame because the black's a bit more in the open. Good shot there from Eric. And that yellow stays in the score zone. Oh, this red's going close, but it's okay. 1-all. Yeah, this could be an important 3 points for both players here in the grand scheme of things. So it's 1-all. One of those yellows is in and one of them's out. Good shot there from Darren. And that takes things to 3-1 on reds. So advantage Darren here. Oh, wow, and the double cliffs nearly potted the red as well, so that was unfortunate. But Darren just deciding to build pressure, just keep putting balls down the bottom of the table, basically. That's the name of the game. When you have an advantage like this in these frames, you can just play so safe, and it's so difficult for your opponent to turn the scores around. They really need to go for it. And he is unlucky to find the gap there between the two reds. So barring something miraculous, Darren looks in control in this last frame of the day. What's Eric got up his sleeve? Yeah, that's the right way to go, but he's unlucky again, just caught it slightly too thin on the red on the way back up. Almost showing off now, Darren, just getting two balls in there at once, and I think that's 6-1. So Eric needs to get, you'd think, at least 3 balls out with this shot. Well, he's got 1 out, I think, and he has missed the 8. That's unfortunate that that red stayed in. So what we're going to see here from Eric with his last yellow, he's 7-2 down in the frame. He needs to get 4 reds out. There are 4 reds over on one side of the table, so you never know. I'll tell you what, that was a brilliant effort there from Eric. So that concludes our play for the day.
And that concludes the Line Ball League 2 qualifiers. Thank you so much to Sam Lazarus for the fantastic commentary throughout. Thank you to Monique for refereeing, keeping an eye on the game, scorekeeping, and making sure this all went super smoothly. Thank you to Cousins Lounge for hosting us. Thank you to all of our players, and to Kieran Poole from Rubbish Snooker for providing the prize, which you will see shortly. And the biggest thank you of all, of course, goes to you watching this video. You have been amazing being on this journey with us to see who will make it through to the Line Ball League. And this is the final league table. Darren Charters is the winner of the series and is the first person promoted to the Line Ball League and will receive his prize. Stuart Girdwood also will be joining him, both of the promoted players coming from the Dover League, so that is really great to see. Commiserations to myself. I won 4 games as well, but I didn't get it done, and actually both of my defeats came at the hands of Darren and Stuart, so they were the only two that could knock me off my perch, and that is what has denied me from going up to the Line Ball League. Well done to Luke Terry for battling on and bouncing back after a hard start. He really grew into it, and I think if he had maintained the form he had by the end all the way through, he would have definitely been promoted. Brandon and Eric, both are regular Line Ball faces. Great job by them to get a couple of good wins under their belt and played some really good shots. I don't think they necessarily deserve to be as low as they are based on how they played. They were great and really grew into it as well. Some more attacking shots has come into their game than has before, so lovely to see. And lastly, Helena, thank you so much for playing. Helena also had a couple of really good shots, got quite unlucky, and as you know in Line Ball, if you have a few bad games in a row, it can snowball. I'm hoping she comes back onto the channel and plays some more because she was really good and had an amazing game at the end with Stuart. That was her highlight game and it was an amazing battle. I think if maybe there was a bit more warming up before the game started, Helena would have been really on form, and who knows, maybe in another tournament with a bit more practice, Helena will be a real force in Line Ball. Thank you all so much for watching. The Line Ball League 2 will be coming to the channel next year, so subscribe. Loads more tournaments and games coming before then. We have so much content. We've got loads of more little mini series as well. There is so much Line Ball for you to watch. We upload every single week, no matter what, and this is a passion project between myself and all of the people involved. So if you want to keep Line Ball going, you can support us with the links in the description. Thanks again, can't wait to see you for the next one, but that has been the Line Ball League qualifiers as we see Darren getting his prize from Kieran Poole at Rubbish Snooker, and we will see you in the next video.